All right, I just got home. If I seem a little bit frazzled, it's because cops just pulled me over for apparently no reason. But my friend Bill, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the story about how when I got arrested, nobody would help me. And I was stuck in jail for like 89 days. Anyhow, Bill was the friend that ended up eventually getting me out. And that was like about 10, almost 12 years ago. Shortly after I got out, I became homeless, and then Bill had a stroke, and his wife left him. Long story short, she isolated him from everybody. So Bill was kind of on his own. I lost contact with him because she wouldn't let anybody see him in the hospital when he had the stroke, and that was that. About a month and a half ago, Bill tracked me down on Facebook. He had moved back to the area. What had happened was his father ended up taking care of him and moved him to Jacksonville. And he divorced his ex. But then his father died, and he ended up moving back down to Melbourne, and was able to track me down on the internet, on Facebook. But anyhow, I've been going over to visit him and help him out and stuff. And then today, while I was at work, I got a call from him asking me to help him. So I went by to check up on him and stuff, and he wasn't feeling well. I ended up taking him to the hospital, to the ER, and I was stuck there the whole day. But they ended up admitting him because there may be something wrong with his heart. So just asking you guys for a prayer for Bill, that he's gonna be all right. They say there's some abnormalities with his heart, so they're gonna keep him overnight and check him out. Hopefully it's nothing, but you know, I'm praying that it's nothing, and I'm hoping you guys can do that for me. I then left the hospital and just headed back here. And what was crazy was there was two cop cars, two sheriff's deputy, blocking the road. They had their cars with their lights off, sitting at the end of the street, blocking the road to my house. So I came back and I saw the two cars blocking. I tried to see if they had left an opening to go by them, but I was like, maybe there's something going on here. Because the sheriffs were both facing the same way. They had both their back facing out towards the side street, on. I was like, well, I'll just go up to the next street and turn around and then, loop back on my street. So I went past the two cops, and then one of them ends up chasing me. So he chases me down the next street and flashes on his lights and pulls me over. And I'm like, what can I do for you, officer? And then he says, I got my tail lights out, or my plate lights are out, and that's why he's pulling me over. I'm like, okay, that's really weird. And then so he starts asking for my tag and registration and all that other stuff. So they were blocking the road, so I go around, and now he wants to pull me over because I went around them. But then, and he says my tag was out, which I'm like, my tag really out? And can they really pull you out for that? I guess they can if they want to, but the tag lights were out, so I have to look at that. But anyhow, I dig through my glove compartment trying to find all this stuff, and I'm like, I'm just trying to get home. I'm just trying to get home here. I just dropped my friend off at the hospital. That's why the wheelchair's in the back. And then he says, well, I need to see your tag registration stuff. So I start digging through to get it out, and then I just find, I'm digging through, and I finally found it, but didn't even show it to him. He says, okay, I gotta go. Okay, you're good to go. And then he took off. What the hell was that? I guess he was just, I don't know if he thought I was like trying to get away from the cops or something. I don't know what was going on. There were two cop cars blocking the road, and I just went around, and he pulled me over. And as soon as I tried to show him my tag and registration and stuff, he bolted. I was like, okay, that was really weird. But I'm like, it's fine. I need to get home. But it made me all flustered. I was like, what the hell was going on here? I didn't do anything. I was just trying to get home, and you guys were blocking the road. So, anyhow, pray for Bill. Pray for Bill. Pray it's nothing. Um, and I'm trying to find a social worker to help take care of him because like Bill had a stroke, and he's not able to talk. Half his side is paralyzed. His right side is paralyzed, so he has limited use of his right leg, and his right arm is completely numb. And can't use it. And speech-wise, he can't speak. He can. You can see his brain still works, but he can't utter, like, he can't tell people stuff. He can say one or two words. Like, the way I communicate with him is I sit there for hours saying, is it this? Blah, 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 blah. Ask him, did you want this, this, this? And I go through all the sequence, and then he nods and says, yeah, 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 that. That's how I communicate with him and find out what's going on, and that's how we talk. But I took him to the hospital, and they're all asking me all this stuff about him, and I'm like, I don't know anything. I only know he called me saying he needed help, and I'm trying to get a social worker. So hopefully tomorrow they'll be able to hook up a social worker for him. It's my big prayer, because with a social worker, then they can try to assign people to help him, because he needs help, and he was kind of living on his own, half paralyzed. Uh, it's complicated. That's why I've been like out a lot. I've just been out there at Bill's trying to help him out. So pray for him. I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night. I would appreciate it if y'all could just keep Bill in your thoughts and prayers. Pray that his heart situation isn't that big a deal, and that he gets the social services that he needs. Get a social worker assigned to him or something. Take care, everybody. Have a good night. Bye bye now.